My alien classmates took me to a private beach. Then this happened. Echoes of invitation. In the vibrant corridors of Nebula Academy, nestled on a distant outpost orbiting Saturn, where Earthlings and visitors from far-flung worlds converge to unravel the mysteries of the cosmos, Myra Lennox, a dedicated xenobiology student with a thirst for the unknown, crossed paths with her enigmatic classmates, Thorn and Vesper. Thorn, hailing from the lush planet of Eldoria, possessed skin that gleamed like polished emerald under the Academy's artificial lights, his amber eyes holding a depth that hinted at ancient secrets. Vesper, his companion from the same world, radiated an aura of mystery with her violet-tinged form and azure hair that cascaded like a waterfall, her presence always accompanied by a faint, melodic hum that seemed to echo her inner thoughts. Their study sessions often stretched into the late hours, filled with debates over interstellar ethics and the biology of distant species. One evening, as they huddled over holographic projections in the dim library, Thorn leaned in closer than usual, his voice a smooth rumble. "Myra, you've shown such openness to our ways. Vesper and I want to share something special, a private retreat on our cloaked ship, mimicking Eldoria's sacred lagoons. It's a place for true connection, away from prying eyes." Vesper nodded, her fingers lightly brushing Myra's hand, sending a warm tingle up her arm. "It's our tradition to bond deeply, exchanging not just words, but essences. Will you join us?" Myra's heart raced. She'd felt a growing pull toward them, their exotic allure stirring feelings she'd kept hidden. Intrigued and flattered, she agreed, her mind swirling with anticipation. The next day, they boarded the sleek vessel, slipping away from the Academy undetected. As the ship hummed to life, Myra gazed out at the stars, wondering what awaited. Thorn guided her to the simulator chamber, where the air shimmered with holographic magic, transforming the space into a tranquil lagoon under a canopy of twinkling nebulae. Floating orbs cast soft glows, and the water-like surface lapped gently, inviting them in. As they settled, Vesper poured ethereal drinks that sparkled with Eldorian essence, loosening tongues and easing nerves. Thorn's hand rested on Myra's shoulder, his touch firm yet tender, while Vesper's eyes locked onto hers with a promise of intimacy. The conversation turned personal, sharing vulnerabilities that drew them closer, the atmosphere thick with unspoken desire. By the time the first orb dimmed, Myra felt the pull intensify, her body responding to their proximity in ways she hadn't expected. Whispers in the void. The simulator's lagoon enveloped them in a serene embrace, the holographic waters warm and buoyant, lifting their bodies as if in zero gravity. Myra floated between Thorn and Vesper, the orbs above pulsing with soft lights that mirrored the rhythm of their breaths. Thorn's emerald skin seemed to absorb the glow, making him appear even more otherworldly, while Vesper's azure hair fanned out like a halo, her violet form shimmering invitingly. "On Eldoria, these lagoons are sanctuaries for unveiling souls," Thorn explained, his amber eyes intense as he drew nearer. His hand trailed along Myra's arm, fingers tracing patterns that sent shivers through her. Vesper smiled, her melodic hum growing louder, vibrating the air around them. She leaned in from the other side, her breath warm against Myra's ear. "Let us show you how we connect, through touch that speaks louder than words." Myra's pulse quickened as Vesper's fingers intertwined with hers, guiding her hand to Thorn's chest, where she felt the steady thrum of his heart. The contact sparked a subtle energy, a warmth that spread from her fingertips inward. Thorn responded by pulling Myra closer, his lips brushing her forehead in a gentle kiss that tasted of distant spices. Vesper joined, her lips meeting Myra's in a soft, exploratory press, her tongue darting playfully, igniting a spark of desire. They drifted deeper into the lagoon, clothes loosening in the mist-like atmosphere, revealing forms bathed in the orb's light. Thorn's arms encircled Myra's waist, lifting her effortlessly, his body pressing against hers with a firmness that made her gasp. Vesper's hands roamed Thorn's back, then Myra's sides, her touches light and teasing, building a symphony of sensations. As the energy flowed between them, Myra felt barriers dissolve. Thorn's kisses trailed down her neck, his fingers exploring her curves with reverence, while Vesper whispered encouragements, her body molding to Myra's from behind. The trio moved in harmony, touches escalating from tender to fervent, the lagoon's hum amplifying their growing passion. Tides of connection. Deeper in the lagoon's embrace, the orbs dimmed to a sultry amber, casting shadows that danced across their entwined forms. Myra surrendered to the tide, her body alive with the electric current passing between them. Thorn's emerald frame hovered above her, his amber eyes locked on hers as his hands cupped her face, drawing her into a deep kiss that conveyed unspoken promises. His touch descended, fingers gliding over her breasts, thumbs circling peaks that hardened under his attention, eliciting soft sighs from her lips. Vesper, with her violet glow intensifying, positioned herself beside them, her azure hair trailing over Myra's skin like silk. She kissed Thorn's shoulder, then Myra's, her hands joining Thorn's in exploration, one venturing lower to trace Myra's inner thighs. The sensation built like a wave, Myra arching into their caresses, her own hands roaming Thorn's firm contours and Vesper's supple curves. "Feel our essence merge," Vesper murmured, her voice a melodic caress. She guided Myra's hand to Thorn's arousal, encouraging a rhythmic stroke that made him groan. In return, Thorn's fingers delved between Myra's legs, finding her warmth, moving with a precision that sent ripples of pleasure through her. Vesper leaned in, her lips capturing Myra's in a fervent kiss, tongues intertwining as their bodies pressed closer. The connection deepened, Thorn lifting Myra onto a floating platform, his body aligning with hers. Vesper straddled Myra's hips from above, her movements syncing with Thorn's gentle thrusts, creating a layered rhythm. Myra's moans mingled with theirs, hands gripping Vesper's waist while Thorn's steady pace built intensity. Energies intertwined, amplifying each sensation, Thorn's heat filling her, Vesper's grinding adding friction that sparked ecstasy. As tide swelled, they rode the waves together, bonds forging in the heat of passion, each touch a bridge between worlds. Crescendo of unity. The lagoon pulsed with their escalating rhythm, orbs flaring brighter as energies converged toward a peak. Thorn's movements grew more urgent, his emerald body thrusting deeper into Myra, each motion syncing with her rising breaths. His hands gripped her hips, guiding her to meet him, while his lips claimed hers in a kiss laced with raw need. Vesper, her violet form aglow with passion, shifted to envelop them both. She positioned herself astride Thorn's face, her moans vibrating through the air as his tongue explored her depths, skillful and eager. Her hands reached for Myra, fingers intertwining, pulling her into a shared embrace. Myra leaned forward, her lips finding Vesper's breasts, tongue flicking over sensitive spots that made Vesper arch in delight. The trio formed a seamless circuit, Thorn's arousal throbbing within Myra, his attentions to Vesper heightening the loop. Vesper's azure hair cascaded over them like a veil, her body grinding in harmony, amplifying the shared pulse. Myra's fingers traced Vesper's back, then lower, adding to the symphony as Thorn's pace quickened, building pressure that coiled tight within them all. Sensations overwhelmed, Thorn's heat surging, Vesper's cries echoing, Myra's body trembling on the edge. They moved as one, energies cresting like a cosmic storm. Myra clenched around Thorn, her release crashing first, waves of bliss radiating outward. Thorn followed, his groan deep as he spilled into her, the sensation triggering Vesper's climax, her form shuddering in ecstasy. Reflections among stars. As the orbs faded to a gentle twinkle, the lagoon's hum softened, cradling the trio in a cocoon of afterglow. Myra lay nestled between Thorn and Vesper, their bodies still intertwined, skins cooling under the starry canopy. Thorn's amber eyes softened, his hands stroking Myra's hair with tender affection. "This rite binds us, Myra, Eldoria's gift of true alliance," he whispered, his voice laced with contentment. Vesper, her violet hues dimming to a serene shade, traced patterns on Myra's arm, her azure locks draping over them like a protective shroud. "You've embraced our ways with such grace. It awakens new paths for us all." Myra smiled, her body humming with residual energy, feelings of fulfillment washing over her. The experience had unveiled layers of herself, blending human curiosity with Eldorian depth. They shared quiet reflections, Thorn recounting tales of similar bonds that forged lifelong pacts, Vesper adding how such unions bridged worlds. Myra opened up about her initial hesitations, now replaced by a profound sense of belonging. Promises flowed, of future journeys, deeper explorations beyond the Academy's confines. As the simulator dissolved, returning them to the ship, Myra felt transformed.